Okay, so now that you know the basic vocabulary that goes along with genetics, we can actually do some genetics problems now. So we're going to use Punnett squares today for this. And this is just a tool we use for predicting the possible allele combinations in offspring. And this also then can help us predict the traits of the offspring. So don't forget that the genes always exist in pairs. These pairs are found on homologous chromosomes, and this makes up the genotype. So there's two types of Punnett squares we're going to look at. The first one that we'll do today is called a monohybrid cross, mono meaning one. So we'll just be looking at one single trait. And the examples we'll do here involve flower color. So the parents we're going to look at for this example, we have a homozygous dominant purple flower that will cross with a homozygous recessive white flower. So what you want to start with is your Punnett square. So this is just a 2 by 2 box. So make sure to draw this into your notes. And then you're going to distribute the parental genotypes. So this genotype will go to these two locations, and this one will go here. And that will look like this. Okay, so you'll have a little b drawn to each of the boxes on the side, and a big B drawn above each box up top. Which side you choose to put which one on doesn't matter, just make sure to use the left on the top. So what we just did here hopefully looks familiar. So this process of separating them out is actually referring to meiosis. Okay, so meiosis is when we separate out our homologous chromosomes so that each gamete gets half of the DNA, half of the chromosomes. So one chromosome in the pair will go to one gamete and another one will go to another gamete. And this is what this represents by separating them out. So these here, these and these essentially represent the gametes. So these are, you know, for a male, the chromosome that would be found in their sperm cells, and then for females it'd be the chromosome found in their egg cells. Okay, so pretty straightforward there. Okay, so then what you do is distribute them so that there's 2 in each box. So, I need my pen for this. So, this guy will go here and here. And this guy will go here and here. So you'll do that so that you have 2 letters in each box. So, therefore, you will have big B, little b in this box, big B, little b in this box, big B, little b, big B, little b. So this one's pretty easy. So you pull down and across, down and across, down and across, down and across. So what we can do is then say what the offspring genotypic ratio ends up being. In this case, it's easy. There are no homozygous dominant. All 4 of them end up being homozygous, or I'm sorry, all four are heterozygous, and none of them are homozygous recessive. So, or you can just say 4 heterozygous. So just to clarify, each one of these represents the possibility of what the offspring will be. So every single time these two parents reproduce, it ends up being 100% chance that their offspring will have this genotype. And then that tells us that all of their offspring then will have purple flowers. So their phenotypic ratio would look like that. Okay, here's another example. So here are your two parents. Let's do both of them heterozygous this time to see what we get. So set up your square. I'll give you a second to, you can pause and set these up and try to solve it, see what you get. When you do solve it, you should distribute your gametes this way. So one parent here, one parent here. And once you go down and across in every box, your offspring genotypic ratio this time should be 1 homozygous dominant to 2 heterozygous to 1 homozygous recessive. So that is a mistake. And I'm going to fix it now because I don't want to start the whole recording over again. So, boom, boom, bada boom. There you go. That's the correct genotypic ratio. And then the phenotypic ratio, we would see that it's a possible 3 out of 4 that the offspring will have purple flowers, and a 1 out of 4 chance that the offspring will be born with white flowers. So again, this is the chance of offspring for every single time they reproduce. So every single time these two would reproduce, there's a 75% chance the offspring will have purple flowers. Okay, so make sure to do those 2 pages of practice problems in the book then, in the packet, I mean.